Welcome back to another episode de Todos Toman podcast. Muchachos, estamos todos aquí.
As always, dude.
You know,
No.
el esfuerzo se hizo la semana pasada con el live. We had a couple difficulties, pero pues, like Tank said, it's on brand.
Sí, sí.
A lot of difficulties.
When I went back and listened to it, I was like, porque I know that Tank was like, you jumped in right as I was by myself. So I was like, what were you doing by yourself, Tank? Pero yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, because you had a the longest 5 seconds of your life, dude, que estaba solito.
Sí, sí, güey. Dude, that shit felt like an hour, dude. If I'm honest.
I gotta look it up, dude. Just to
That's what she
hide
said.
Just to hide.
Wow, muchachos.
Pero-
Let's kick it off, ¿no?
Muchachos, yeah, Miguel, Johnny Boy, Tank, ¿qué están tomando, muchachos?
Dude.
Miguelito
even though I
estoy
said-
under the weather.
Even though I said I wasn't gonna really drink much, so I found this one at the dollar store, dude. It's you've heard of Liquid Death, right?
Mm-hmm. I have, yeah.
So this is the iced tea with agave and vitamins and stuff. So they have an iced tea now.
So they have, so it's not just water anymore. It's
Right.
It's
So
flavored water?
It's not just water. Yeah, so it's like flavor. It literally tastes like iced a como casi almost like a raspberry because it's agave, right? A raspberry kind of ish iced tea
Mm.
que se derritió el hielo and they got watered down. That's what it tastes
a
like.
watered down.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Mm.
So then, yeah, on top, I just put tequila.
Ooh,
Ah,
like that.
mira, I
I like
like
that.
what you're thinking.
fancy, dude. I didn't see it, but I believe you. Don't worry.
Technically, I did it while you guys were talking.
Oh,
Pero pues no
I
me
was
pusiste
behind the
atención.
scenes, dude.
I didn't pay attention. My bad. Then I'll switch.
You,
I'll
you
switch
gotta
it
pay. You gotta pay for the subscription for behind the scenes.
up. You have another camera, no?
Because the fees are super
It's
expensive.
otra
now.
cámara
Sí, sí.
to pay for
StreamYard for the year.
StreamYard.
Hey, shout out
Um,
Streamer. If you ever want to sponsor a podcast, just saying.
Shout out. Shout
For a
out.
full year, no?
For-
Or 2 or
for
3.
real.
A full year, please.
I am drinking some High Noon.
Noon.
Sorry. Yeah, High Noon.
High Moon. Oh shit.
My bad.
Vodka seltzer,
it's-
grapefruit. How do you like it?
I like it. I tried it a couple times. I think my favorite one's the watermelon one. The watermelon's pretty good.
Okay, that's
And
good.
this is all I had from the weekend. I have some. I have beer. I have Indio that they brought me from Mexico, but they brought me like a whole box. It reminded me of when we used to hang out with the box of the caguamas de la Corona Familia.
Ah,
Mm.
So they
La
brought me
Familia.
a box of Indio caguamas, but I have them just there. I didn't put them in the fridge or anything. So this was the thing that was nice and cold, and I was like, okay, to keep the healthy
Eh?
the healthy ways, dude. So high noon.
Wow. Pues I'm just, ahora sí, disappointment, dude. Pero
Ooh.
ahorita, dude,
Mm,
because I'm heavily medicated right now. Desde el
Disappointment.
pinche viernes, so. Well, no el viernes.
Saturday night.
Saturday before I even
No,
went to
before.
the game. Yeah.
Okay.
Because ya había amanecido like a little like mal on Friday, and then Saturday igual.
shit, a little
Yeah.
dude. His voice sounded all crazy, dude.
For real?
That was at the game already.
That was Saturday before we went to the game because even me and my dad were making fun of you. We were like, damn, you know, my dad's like, yeah, he's a kid to eat. I'm like, shit. I'm like, he's not sitting next to me. Next thing he sat next to me the whole time.
That's what you get, dude.
Vi a los guerreros bien contento y le iba a dar un abrazo a Tanky y Tanky's like, I'm sick. I was like, "Ay, cabrón."
Damn. God damn.
No, he said, I'm thick. No, thick.
I do want to say, Angel and Miguel did make fun of me. Y fueron con los que me senté más and shit. So,
Yeah.
Para que se les quite, ¿no?
sí, güey.
That's what happens, dude, when you make fun of them. Ahorita el Angel también está bien malo, ¿no? Well, you
Maybe.
never know.
No sé.
Might be, dude. Pero va, what you got over there, Romero?
I'm
Fancy
drinking
glass.
Sí, I got mira,
Una más
mi regarrito de Navidad.
del padrino.
Yeah, no, it's so I'm drinking the Casco Tennessee whiskey
Nice.
by itself. No less, yeah, on the rocks. Sí, tiene un hielito y lo alcanzas a ver, más o menos. Pero en fin, muchachos, salud, porque si no, hace sed y Johnny pues se desespera.
It's my third one today, dude. In the last 10 minutes.
Y acabas de llegar, ¿no? Dijiste.
It's my second one, dude. Hey, so I know I already asked you this. You never tried that whiskey alone. This is the first time, or I mean,
yeah,
since the last time I
yeah,
asked.
no,
I guess.
I think I didn't try it by itself. I think I'm trying it by itself this time.
Okay, how is it?
Pero it's good. So I've had the Costco branded whiskeys. They changed the presentation so much that I feel like I've had it. It tastes very similar to what I've had in the past from
Mhm.
Costco, which to me is a pretty good whiskey. Like I said initially, lo agarré dije por si to mix the drinks or to make mixed drinks or whatever.
Mhm.
But you can still drink it straight. That's what I like, and it's pretty good. Over the weekend, like I've been drinking the Crown Royals, the flavored ones. So I had the apple, the blackberry.
I haven't
Um,
tried those.
so es lo que tomé el fin de semana, pero pues ahora sí que fueron más domingo y lunes, ¿no? Porque well today, this week we're recording on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
So episode's gonna go out tomorrow.
Mhm.
No pressure.
No pressure, dude. It's all you.
Mhm.
What was I gonna
But
tell
it's
you
good.
guys? Is it okay? I did tell you guys. Obviously, we got a Costco opening up this Saturday. So the Saturday,
Que you're expecting. Nos
expecting
engañaste.
Yeah, I was like, no, that's my mom.
expecting a Costco. Hey, I'm not lying, dude.
Mhm.
And yeah, dude. So the gas station has been open for a while. And I think I already mentioned that, but I want to just go in there and probably. I'm actually pretty excited about that whiskey, that Tennessee whiskey. Hopefully they have it here and la compro, dude. So maybe next
Y
time.
te digo que
Have
la
some whiskey.
presentación I think que varía un poco. But it's gonna be a big ass bottle and for a decent price. So
Hell yeah,
definitely
decent ass
recommend
price,
it.
dude. Fuck yeah. So you guys were talking about you guys went to the Chicago Fire opening match,
Home opener. Yeah.
home opener in Soldier Field. So little feedback on that. I was checking Facebook really quick when we were starting up, and I know I had asked you guys if
Mhm.
anybody posted a picture, but I saw Angel posted like a comparison from last year to this year, but I can't really see anybody that went. Like it's so tiny. It just says Fire, and there's a bunch of
Oh,
you guys in the back.
it is pretty dark también la foto.
Yeah, the
Yeah, la
photo's kinda
foto is
dark.
pretty dark.
I wish it was a little bit more closer up so you could see everybody else. Like the first, or like the photo from last year, I could probably name everybody that was there. This time I can't see who the hell was there unless you guys. I mean, obviously you guys.
Well,
I
I
don't know
think
who else.
this year, it was like a lot more people than usual.
Really?
Like, yeah, I think usually it's like a good, like 12, 13 people or so. Y ahora fueron more, like a lot more for
Compraron
sure.
23 tickets, I think. 23, 24 tickets se
Damn.
compraron, pero
Plus the people
incluso
que
we
se
had
colaron. Dude.
Plus the what?
más los people. Oh, well,
Well,
in the group.
like yeah, in the group, que se
Yeah.
colaron in a group. O sea, they had their own tickets, but they were hanging out with us. So
Okay.
that's what I meant.
So over 20 for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I think like with the people and the tailgate by itself, we were at least 30 to 35, I want to say.
Suficiente para hacer los dos equipos y con cambios y todo, dude.
God
Y
damn.
sí.
Fucking match in the indoor, dude, for sure. It's 4 teams right there, dude, in indoor. Chi-town.
14.
Las retas, ¿no?
Retas for sure. Dude, so did you guys, last year you guys tailgated, right? You guys tailgated. Did you guys cook
Sí,
out,
también.
did you guys do it this year too?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It was the only thing that
This
was
time,
keeping us warm.
easy, dude.
For sure.
I feel like this time we had a lot more food though than last year. Because last year we only did
Pero, güey, ¿se
burgers.
acuerdas o no se acabó like most of it? Yo pensé
¿No
que
se
nos íbamos
acabó?
a quedar con más comida.
No,
Se
sí se
acabó
acabó.
most of
Oh,
the
se
food.
acabó. Oh, okay. That's
Like
good.
we had eran hot dogs, burgers, carne asada, cecina, and carnitas.
God damn.
Like, and I was like, that gets a lot of food. Like, pero pues seguíamos calentando porque pues we wanted to stay warm too.
Sí, güey.
Easy.
So seguían calentando y pues se seguía comiendo, dude.
More fucking charcoal, no? It's like,
You
pues,
wanna
sí,
know how cold it was, dude? Agarraba la tortilla freshly from the grill, right?
yeah,
Tenías la tortilla en la mano. Apenas le ibas a poner la carne, ya le ponías la carne, la salsa. You're
frozen.
gonna bite, ya la tortilla was cold, dude.
Fuck. What was the weather like?
But I'm
Honestly,
sure
I didn't even check. But it was
You guys
cool.
didn't
Ahí,
check?
So
So allegedly,
Pero
it was
veníamos
cool,
de
¿no?
veníamos de días que estaba a 50s, 60s,
50,
like, throughout the week, and then I'm sure que dio el
it was
bajón
under
hasta
20.
los, like,
Yeah,
15,
because I
Yeah.
think the high was supposed to be
Fuck.
like 28 or something like that. The
Oh,
high.
Ujú.
fuck that,
Y,
dude.
pues, allá en el centro es más
Yeah,
frío.
the wind and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, I know last week here, the weather has been kind of crazy here because last week we were at 70, 75, 80. We reached like 82. But the week before that, we were like at 40s, 50s, and then we went into the 80s. And then out this week, we're going back into 50s, 40s. It's just weird. It's a weird thing.
I'm so jealous, dude.
It's good as weather, nonetheless, dude. Yeah, nonetheless, it's good as weather. Still be out there and fucking grilling, for sure. Una carita asada, you know,
Con chamarra y bufanda, ¿no?
con chamarra y bufanda, dude.
Yo me
And
quedé, me
sweat.
quemé mis guantes, dude.
Really?
Before we left to, ya que nos íbamos a meter al estadio, pues arrimamos los, porque son little grills. It's not like we had a big ass
Right,
grill
right,
or
right.
anything. We had 2 little grills, pero pues para moverlos y no dejarlos ahí, like, so close to the middle of the parking lot, lo cargué tantito nomás, duró cuestión de 2 segundos, like, para arrastrarlo tantito el grill,
Mhm.
closer to the car. Dude,
Burn.
mis guantes se quemaron, dude, y
Gone.
ya pinche valió madre porque, pues, I was like, venía bien equipado para el frío y la chingada. Ya after that, se quemaron mis guantes y ya valió madre, porque for me, that's the thing, like, if my hands get cold, ya valió madre todo.
God damn, dude. No, pues,
And,
I don't know. Good times though. Good times. I still yet to see pictures besides that dark ass picture que Angel or whoever took, but I saw
it was just
the recap.
setting.
I saw the recap. Yeah, you did say 1-1 and
Mhm.
with the Chilean at the end, so that was pretty good. I mean,
It was 2-2.
2-2. I thought it was 1-1.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
Como I really didn't see the recap, no? Flat out. No?
You saw the first goal after 4 minutes. Like, yeah, valió madre.
Yeah,
¿no?
well, yeah, there goes the fire, no?
Easy.
Pero vamos, muchachos, but let's get into our you guys always
Pues,
know,
yeah.
no? We always try to be ready.
Mhm.
We try. We've been trying to follow the agenda. We've been trying, and I think we've been doing an okay job. Besides Miguel. But
Damn.
my bad, Miguel. I mean to call you up. Pero
It's okay, dude. It's okay.
we have our topic today is called misconceptions, or as Romero would say, conceptos erróneos, or malentendidos.
Así como hasta que dan ganas de decir conceptos erróneos. No, like,
Don't say that.
porque soy muy proper esa madre. Perdóname, Tanque.
Tank's gonna leave, dude. So misconception, pretty much a wrong belief or a myth, right? Myth.
Mhm.
Just something that people kind of made up sometimes. And then aquí una quick definition. Conception. This is when someone believes misconception is when someone believes something that isn't true, usually because they have misunderstood something. It's a false belief or idea, but they might not realize it. For example, thinking that the earth is flat is a misconception. Do you guys think the earth is flat? Everybody agrees it's round, right?
I don't think it's flat, but
Okay.
some people will fight it.
Well, some people will do. Heavily, dude. Heavily.
Easy.
Heavily.
Even
Everybody
though
agrees
there's,
here?
Yeah.
Now
Okay.
the crazy one is the people that have these crazy spears, right? Where it's not flat. It's not it's like
It's not round,
half a circle and shit. No man, like some say it's half a circle, some say it's like on top of a turtle, like the turtle shell, man. Oh man.
What the fuck? Really?
Yeah, dude, like there's a whole bunch of random ass stuff. Like it's those
Yeah.
little 1% people.
Well, one of the things that I heard recently in these, like, back and forths about, you know, the earth being flat or whatnot is, and it made me think because I didn't have an answer right away. I was like, no, the earth is a sphere, is round. But it's like, por ejemplo, si tú ves, if you're at the shore and you're seeing the ship sail out, right? You eventually see it disappear, right? Because apparently because of the curve of the earth.
Mhm.
Pero si tienes unos binoculares o un telescopio, like, from the point of your eyesight, you see it supposedly disappearing because of that. But now if you have the something where you can zoom in, a telescope or
Mhm.
whatever, you still see the ship. So how do you explain that?
Miguel, let you.
I don't know if I don't have an answer.
Neither do I, dude.
I think it's just that so our eyesight's only
I
have a
thought-
limited amount of view, como So they're out of our regular human eye
Sight.
view.
Mhm.
Yeah, thank you. Out of sight, out of our viewpoint or
At
whatever.
what point does the ship actually go into that curve?
You're talking about like fucking long
Yeah, 'cause
distance from
Yes.
here. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
that's
sure
not like
there's like a scientific answer, but I don't know it.
I don't.
I'm sure there is a scientific answer, but for it to like fully go like hasta de los binoculares, I think it's like very far, very very far, because the Earth is pretty big, right? So
Right.
See, pretty
Yeah, I
big.
kind
Huh?
of I
Mhm.
I could agree with Miguel. I mean, I based on what my
Mhm.
logic is, I really never argue with anybody, dude, that the fucking earth is flat or round. I have never. I don't think I came up with that conversation. I know there's people that believe the earth is flat. But it hasn't, like, I feel like I can't argue with that. Like I wouldn't be able to, like, no, it's round because of this, and I don't have that concept
I
either.
don't have the right
That knowledge.
facts or the knowledge exactly to argue back and forth. But
Yeah.
hey, I believe it's round, guys.
So
I
do
don't
I.
know.
Everybody, Tank, I know you said yeah, you believe it's
Yeah.
round. Okay. Just making sure, dude, because well, I was about to start arguing with you, dude. Like, spitting facts,
imagine
dude. Spitting nothing
imagine
but
that
facts, dude.
actually I think it's flat. No,
Right, man? Straight off the
yeah,
dome facts,
actually,
dude.
you know.
Va, muchachos, pues
Text
me puse.
text and be like, well, down to my first misconception, no.
Sí, güey. Me pusieron a mí como primero. Apparently, I didn't do my homework on the agenda.
Surprise us, dude.
My apologies, dude. But I have a couple here, dude, that I did look up while we were waiting. And I put,
Let's take turns. Then dinos una tú.
well, I did look misconceptions about Chicago.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So randomly, I looked them up, but I didn't read them. So I'm just gonna fucking go all out. Okay.
So you're reading them for the first
Sabemos,
time, no?
I'm about to read it for the
sabemos
first time.
que.
All right. So okay, so this one caught my eye. So Chicago public transportation is limited. This is what they're saying, dude. The people. Don't ask who. The city boasts
Okay.
an extensive public transit system, includes buses and the L train connecting various neighborhoods and suburbs. Why would people think that it's limited? I feel, for example, me living in Chicago and knowing that we were able to go take the bus, Orange Line at right there by Midway or Pulaski.
Mhm.
All right, you were able to fucking go downtown, go up north, come back. You know, it was like Chicago area. I feel like it's very very wide, like accessibility when it comes to public transportation. Compared to here, I feel like here in California, it's more is like you need to have a car. Like I feel like you can't
Mhm.
really move around like that. But again, I do live outside of LA. I'm sure if it was like me being in LA, being in such a big city, I'm sure it's like transportation might be a little bit easier. But where I live at, it's like no, you need to 100% have a car because otherwise, like getting to point A and point B, I feel like it's tough here. But again, I'm comparing where I live now to Chicago, and it's like no comparison because Chicago being a big city. But I wonder why people would believe that. Why would they say it was limited?
You know what? Like the people I can see saying that would be people that are outside of the Chicago, like the
Like
actual city,
suburbs, like
right?
suburbs.
Like the suburbs, like Cicero and like Berwyn, and like just the surrounding areas. It's like technically ya no es Chicago. Like I could see them complaining because obviously like the system's not gonna, and even then like it still goes like
I do believe like they had the what was the Chicago, was it the C, what was the abbreviation for it?
CTA.
CTA, but there wasn't
the
another one
CTA.
called Pace or something like that.
Pace is the other
Yeah,
bus.
there's
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
pace.
Pace.
Right. So the Pace, wasn't it still connected somehow to CTA and some points, like around the Chicago
It's
area outside of it,
yes. So
right?
the pace bus does go up to
Yeah.
certain points. It goes up to like the Midway Airport. Like it kind of goes out. I know because Chiquis Loa takes that. When she wants to go to Midway Airport from the house, she has to take the pace bus because the CTA que también pasa,
I was gonna say
but
it
the
does
pace
pass right
bus
down Cicero, no?
it does up to a certain point. Yes.
Hmm.
After that, you gotta take the pace bus.
So Romero, like if you being down south of Chicago, is there Pace out there with you where if you wanted to take the bus up there, I know you take the train, which is a lot easier for you. But
Yeah.
if you wanted to
No,
take
but
the bus,
I do see pace stops around. And maybe the misconception is right that the CTA is limited or there's not enough public transportation. But I think the reality is that the further you're out of the city, and when I say the city, like downtown area. So if you look at the north side CTA versus south side CTA, is very different, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Buses are running more
Mm,
constantly in the north side than
Okay.
in the south side. The south
Like,
side only has that red line, but the north side has the purple, the brown, the blue.
Green, I
You
think
know,
too.
there's more. The green is towards west, I think.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
But I think that's the disparity there. Like there's more accessibility y corre más seguido on the north side than the south side. But ultimately, there is the pace system which covers the outskirts of Chicago and suburbs. I think there's a pace bus that goes from Joliet to like UIC or something like that.
Oh shit.
So there's transportation, and I mean I want to say that it's more accessible than in other places for
I,
sure.
I I remember taking a bus, and it wasn't the Greyhound bus from Rockford when I used to live in Rockford to Chicago, and it would drop me
Mm.
off downtown somewhere. Um, it was like $30 round trip, and it wasn't bad. I mean, 2 hours, right? Because it's a long ass drive.
Mhm.
But yeah. So one more on my end before I pass it on to someone else.
Ah,
It's always cold in Chicago. So one of the conceptions that I've experienced personally here in California,
misconception.
misconception,
I just gotta ask porque
misconception.
I
I'm not trying to
yeah
concede, dude.
okay. Sí.
One of the misconceptions that I have experienced myself here is that I'll say I'm from Chicago, and they'll say, "Oh shit, it's always cold there," and that's something that I've experienced personally. So I guess
Mm.
people think that it's always cold, and it says here Chicago experiences all four seasons, which I love. Right, I always show that off.
In a day.
in a
Literally,
day,
you
sometimes,
see.
yeah.
with hot summers and cold winters, the city proximity to Lake Michigan influences its weather patterns, leading to the variety of temperatures all year round. So that's what I really have shown off. Like as far as like me being from Chicago and knowing the literally the four seasons, we don't have that here. Like we don't have it. I don't see it. People say that they do have it here, but I don't see like the spring, like going from winter to spring. I don't see it going from fall to like winter. Like I don't see it personally. But if we were to go to different places, like up north in California, I know it's like more foresty and stuff like that. And then I have the mountains here. Like right now, it's not snowing here. I know it's a little cold, but if I go up to the mountains, it's like 25 degrees, 20 degrees, might be snowing. You know what I mean? Like so depending on where you're at, I guess that's where it would influence here. But people always, again, I have experienced it that people always think that Chicago is always cold.
Hmm.
So, so
I did not know that people thought that
yeah,
about Chicago.
misconception, dude, not conception.
Misconception.
That's right.
Misconception.
Trying to get it right. Bob, I'll pass it on to whoever wants the torch, dude.
Oh, well, I guess I'll continue, dude. Como
Va.
tenía mi nombre después de Tank's misconceptions, dude.
Ooh.
Is that
Señorita Concepción.
you see it?
I
So
thought
one of
about
them
that
is
shit earlier. Concha.
that only sugar causes cavities. So like ya ves que siempre like as kids like oh don't eat that candy or don't drink too much soda porque te da cavities.
Mhm.
Well, apparently también carbs,
Good point.
such
Damn.
as let's say pasta and rice, can produce the bacteria that produces cavities. So yeah, dude. Apparently también
My
no
mom
te
lied to
puedes
me,
comer
dude.
tu y sí, eh.
She lied, dude.
Nomás para no comprarte la paleta payaso, güey.
See, dude, that's fucked up, bro.
sí.
Speaking of the dentist, dude, I took my youngest today to the dentist, which I rarely go with her to any doctor's appointment. I feel like it's
Ajá.
very terrifying for me. But anyway, my girl couldn't make it today to go out there, so I ended up taking her. And it's the same thing. It's like, hey, make sure, like they were telling her, make sure you floss and make sure that you brush your teeth because apparently,
Empieza, ¿no?
sí, güey.
A bailar.
Not apparently, but it does have a lot to
Mhm.
do with the cavities. You need to floss. You need to brush your teeth. Not to throw everybody out there, but do you guys floss daily on a daily basis? I brush my teeth daily, but I do not floss daily. I'll be honest. Do you guys do it all
Uh
like on a daily basis with the flossing?
Flossing, I wouldn't say daily, but I feel like as I got older, I definitely flossed a lot more than when I was younger.
Okay, me too. For sure, me too on that.
because
What
of
about
the
you, Romeo?
molita problem that I have dealt with for the last 2 3 years, I think now.
Probably four, dude.
Um, desde el otro mundial, ¿no?
Sí,
No,
güey.
I have I do
You do
like
floss.
it's
Okay.
become a habit. Yeah.
Okay.
The one that I want to get better at is doing the mouthwash.
Mm.
Like I don't mouthwash every day. Like I'm like tengo ahí todo, and I was like sometimes I'm in a hurry and I'm like ya me lo los dientes. I do the floss, but I don't do the mouthwash.
Do you guys scrape your tongue?
Y, don't scrape, pero I do with the cepillo de dientes.
Okay, I do that
Because I
too.
know that there's some that have like a special scraper y todo ese pedo.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
There's special products for that, I guess. What about you, Miguel?
So like obviously like I grew up. You think about for this. Our parents never really took us to dentists. When we did, we would go once every 3 4 years when we go to Mexico, something like that. Because our uncle, one of our uncles is a dentist out there. Um, so
El
because of
primo.
that, obviously, huh?
El primo. El
No,
tocayo.
no, no. So this is a different uncle. Yeah, this is a
Right,
different
I
uncle.
know, but I'm just saying el primo
Yeah,
también, dude. Don't.
yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta give
So
him
so
credit, dude.
now he's like one of the family dentists. Pero so because of that, like we never really took care of our teeth as much. So now it's like now we have to take extra care of our teeth because we neglected them for such a long time. So, dude, I still keep saying I want to take my teeth out and get the screws. Yes, they could put the screw teeth.
Oh shit,
I
yeah,
I
dude.
know it's gonna hurt, but I was
That
like,
shit
you know
looks
what?
that shit looks painful.
It yeah, it does. As long as they numb me and like I'm completely out. I don't see. I know that for like a month, 2 months, 3 months, four. I don't know how long. I'm like my mouth is gonna be super sore,
Yeah.
but it's just like it would be
You
easier.
know what? I don't think it's that much because I think my mom got it done. Like she had the screws
Oh, really?
implanted. Yeah.
You guys have the
Mm,
same mom, no? I mean, just out of curiosity, dude. Like you guys have
yeah,
like
Yes,
dude,
but
yeah.
okay,
usually like
It's
just making sure, dude.
she talks to one of us. Like hace cuenta que like she'll tell one, but not the other ones.
Oh
So
shit.
one
Lo dices
sabe
porque
everything.
Tanque
Yeah,
dijo my mom.
yeah. Well, that's just something we
oh
get
well, that's
used to.
just
That's
yeah.
fucked
He
up, Tank.
always said
Oh
that.
shit, Tank. That's fucked up.
No. Like that's why I thought that's
Oh,
why Johnny.
okay.
I thought that's why you asked because Tank
No,
said
I'm
my
being
mom.
I'm being
Oh,
fucking yeah. It's like you guys have the same mom. Like they don't know that about their
mhm.
mom. So I'm just messing with
Got it.
you. Yeah, dude. There was
Yeah,
another misconception. Misconception was to drink milk for your teeth. I heard.
Oh, the calcium.
the
Yeah, I heard it.
calcium.
Oh, the calcium. Yeah, I heard
Well,
it wasn't true or
for your bones también,
for your
según.
bones, but it really wasn't like it really doesn't do much as I guess people would make it seem.
No, that was
No.
just propaganda to get the dairy farm because they were the dairy farms and the dairy company or industry was doing pretty bad. So from there, the marketing propaganda they
Dude, my
decided
mom
to.
lied again, dude. My mom lied again. That's two lies in this episode, dude.
Tu
Well,
mamá y Hugo
marketing.
Sánchez, dude, con el que era el what was
El
that
Nilo,
other chocomil?
uh,
Nilo.
Nilo. Hmm.
El de la chilenita?
Hmm.
Yeah, I think sí,
No,
Nilo, no?
no era Milo,
Milo, there you go, Milo. I mean, we were one letter off, dude.
porque
Yeah,
Nilo es
literally.
the powdered milk for the kids. But I
No, it says
remember that.
Nido.
Yeah, that's
Ah,
the
damn.
Damn, you were off too, dude.
So many misconceptions around here.
Sí, dude.
sí,
I'm telling you, dude. Ma Tank, échate otro, ¿no?
Va. Este.
El que gustes, dude.
Yeah, dude.
So,
You're just skipping everything,
oh,
dude.
right. So it's because this one, dude.
Oh.
It's important to me, dude.
Oh, okay, dude.
If your dad is bald,
Órale.
you'll be bald too.
Órale.
Hold on, that's a misconception, dude.
Let me tell you something, dude. That's not a misconception. That's a conception, dude. Let me tell you why.
No, dude, that's a misconception, dude. Male pattern baldness is a trait on the X chromosome,
That's true.
meaning it skips a generation and it comes from your mother's side.
Damn, mi mamá también me mintió, dude.
I'll
Entonces,
say like this: both our grandpas were bald.
And I was gonna say, like, when at first when I saw it, I was like, hell yeah. Then I was like reading throughout. I was like, fuck. Like from my mom's side, my grandpa was bald. My uncles weren't bald. So then that means
Vale verga, no?
see, güey.
Literally, dude. I'll tell you this, dude. I remember my dad in Mexico. He went like vividly, right? Me remembering him, and then he was bald. Like he was bald. And then I remember asking my mom as growing up, and I was like, "Hey, he was bald, right?" Okay, yeah. She's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." She confirmed. And then I see him, right? A couple years ago. I see him. He came over, and we met, and blah 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 again, right? We reconnected. Dude, he has like full on hair, like no like Miguel type like hair, like up to here, nothing like that. He has just hair. So I was like, "Fuck, what the fuck?" But then I'm
You
going
never
bald.
asked?
So no, I never asked him, dude.
It's a turkey, no?
See,
A
dude.
lo
So
mejor
now
y
I'm
sí
like, I thought
no,
about that. I swear to God, I thought about that.
you know?
So then I was like, man, I'm going bald, which I don't really care. Like I could shave my head today and I'll be completely fine. But I know he cared enough to actually do something about it. I don't know if it was like vitamins or like hair transplant or whatever the fuck it might be. But yeah, so that misconception is a conception for me, dude. Because he fucked me over, dude. I'll tell you that. I know he has hair now. I know you wouldn't believe it, dude, but he was bald at some point. And I confirmed it with my aunts. I confirmed it with my mom, like different people, just to make sure my mom wasn't lying to me again, dude. And
What was your grandpa from your mom's side bald?
oh, dude, good question. I never asked that. So now that's definitely something I could ask. I don't know. I wouldn't know.
With the giant boy, like, ya tengo tarea, no?
See,
Sí,
dude.
yeah.
That's a good
And the
question. I'm
irony of it
actually
all, dude.
interested, dude.
For me, like I started thinking about the lineage, and like nobody from my mom's side is bald. But then again, here I am shaving my head every fucking day, you know?
Dude,
So,
but
Pero, pues,
but I was gonna say
you
you're
shave it
bald
for
because you want
sport,
to.
dude.
Yeah, you
see,
should. Yeah,
por eso
sport.
digo. Like then, when Ivan thinks of, like, or whoever like thinks of me, they're gonna think I was bald, but I was not really bald.
That's fine.
Damn.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true. But let's
Co-
hop it on to. Yeah, go ahead, Tank. Dale.
No, I was just gonna say, como you're just trying to stress out your ¿cómo se llama Iván, no? Like,
Sí.
pobrecito
You
va a estar
might, no?
chiquito, like, oh.
You might go bald, no? Va, Miguel. So, échate dos.
Two? All right. So one of them is, do you know who invented the peanut butter? Yes, kid. This is a pretty famous one where everybody says that it was Carver, right?
I don't know who invented it, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I'm interested.
Okay. So normally you learn from school that it was George Washington
Oh,
Carver.
damn, man. Pinche
No, no, no.
pedrada que nos aventó a
No, no.
todos, ¿no?
So
Fuck.
I
remember
don't
learning shit,
want to
but
say the. All right, fine. You know, I'll say the full thing, dude. It's just I don't want to be mean about it, right? But so when in school during Black History Month, you learn about black people and their influence and all the things that they've accomplished. So one of the people they bring up is George Washington Carver, and they have kind of there's this idea that he was the one that invented peanut butter, which actually was not true. And
Ooh.
and
Yeah.
huh?
No, yeah. Keep going. I heard about that.
Oh, okay. So he did not invent peanut butter. Peanut butter was actually patented way before that. So
Patented?
Kellogg patented it before him, and
Fuck.
before Kellogg, somebody else patented before him, which was Dr. John Harvey. Hold on, let me see. So there's Dr. John Harvey Kellogg, and then there's Joseph Rosenfield. So those have patented, and it was just like one right before the other. Nada más que what people are also saying is this is just a patent, but there was people that were already using peanut butter by grinding peanuts into a paste,
Okay.
and those were the Mayas and the Incas. So the
Oh.
Spaniards were the ones that went
El
back and said like,
molcajete.
hey, these
I
people
found
are
this.
doing this. So from there they started doing it, but it was never patented. There was never this thing. So then these people kind of took that and then they were like, all right, now we're gonna call it peanut butter, right? Because it's butter made out of
So the
peanuts.
origin, it was from like originally from the Incas, and
Aztecs.
So technically, yes, if you go back to who actually contributed, who actually did it, it was the Incas and the Mayans.
era crema de cacahuatl.
Yeah. I mean,
God
it
damn,
probably
dude.
was, dude. It probably was.
Knowing them, dude, right?
Yeah, see.
That was a good one,
So,
dude. What
You
else you
know,
got for
it's
me?
a piece of history, dude,
Piece of
and
art, dude.
clearing up misconceptions, dude.
Conceptions, dude. What else you got?
so the other one, I'm sure everybody's heard of the AR-15s, the AR-10s, right?
Mhm.
So what does AR stand for?
Assault rifle.
That is actually a misconception. It does not stand for assault rifle.
Is it
My
like
mom
automatic
lied to me
rifle?
again. My mom.
So, so the original company that started creating these weapons was a company called Armalite. So what they did is they came up with these weapons and they called it Armalite rifle. So AR, right? So then
Mm,
afterwards they actually sold the patent and they sold their pues todo el plan y todo to Colt. So then from there, Colt decided like, hey, we're just gonna continue producing these, and they
the
changed a
name.
lot of they changed a lot of the
Mhm.
things. They took out pins. It went from semi to more automatic. So from there, that's kind of where the thing came of assault rifle. But technically, the AR-15 stands for Armalite Rifle 15, which is the 15 version of 15.
Mm.
Oh, you're coming up with the heat, dude. That's pretty good. Good stuff, dude. Damn. I scroll down on the agenda and Romero has like 3 pages of conceptions.
Ooh.
Tú pediste
Misconceptions,
5,
dude.
dude.
He
That's
said
conception.
Tú
misconception
pediste
number
5.
one.
Sí.
Number four.
Va. Échale,
Rome
pues.
doesn't do
Let
it.
me shed
Rome doesn't
let me shed
handle everything in the podcast. No.
Sí, güey.
No, no, no. So going back to our weekend at Soldier Field, and it was super cold. We outside of beer, we had whiskey, we had
Damn.
tequila, and it was like empezamos con el shot de tequila que para calentarnos, right? And then pues ya de ahí le agarramos el who was it? Miguel, right? You took a bottle of Buffalo Trace.
Yeah.
So we drank some whiskey que para mantenernos calientitos, dude. And that's a misconception. Alcohol does not warm you up.
It's fucked up,
A
dude.
lot of a lot of people believe that that's the case, dude. It sure makes you feel better, probably. Like makes you forget about the cold. Um,
Probably. Okay.
Pero while alcohol can make you feel warm, because it dilates blood vessels, it actually lowers your core body temperature because it causes you to lose more heat quickly. So alcohol does not keep you warm. In fact, it can increase the risk of hyperthermia in extreme cold.
God damn.
So, pero ya ves, vamos ice fishing y ¿qué nos llevamos? Un chingo de cerveza, ¿no?
And it helps, no? Allegedly.
Se nos
Allegedly.
olvida, dude.
Se nos olvida, dude,
Placebo
yeah.
effect, bro.
I do remember like a lot of the times my girl would be like, oh, ya no hace frío. ¿Por qué? Pues que me eché 2 shots. I was like, oh, okay. So it's eso. I was like, it's either, yeah, it really does warm you up or dirías tú se te olvida. One of the two.
I remember hearing that in Family Guy. I just never knew if it was 100% true.
But yeah, okay. I can understand.
And ahorita que dices eso, it makes me think, like, I've heard the opposite. Um, and I don't know if this is a misconception, but it's just something that people say, and apparently it does work. In hot summers, if you drink a hot coffee, you're like it makes you not feel hot anymore for some reason. Like you drink your hot coffee on a
I don't know
hot
about that
day,
one.
it regulates
I
your body, matches the temperature, and it doesn't make you feel uncomfortable.
So I was thinking of something that I heard where it's like, oh, well, I'm hot, so I'm gonna take a cold shower. But it's like, no, it should be the other way around to take a hot shower because I guess it regulates your temperature once you get out. It's like your body's trying to like regulate your temperature. I don't know. Again,
Like a reset
misconception, dude.
button.
Misconception.
How about this, dude? The days when it gets to like 90 or 100, dude, te bañas con agua caliente y let us know, dude. Because it gets
I'm gonna
harder
try
over
it,
than
dude.
it does over here.
I'll try it. That's true. I'll try it.
And it gets hotter, period. And also it gets hotter sooner.
Longer too.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try
There you
it.
go. Johnny Boy sacrificing his body for the name of
Yeah,
sex,
dude. I sacrificed my life for Pakistan.
For what?
For Pakistan.
Pakistan.
All right. So
Also, some good videos.
anything
The
else?
last one, the last one that I'll throw. Well, not the last one, but I don't know if we're gonna do another round. But the other one that I'll mention is dark beer is stronger than light beer. You hear that all the time.
I do.
you see a dark beer. I mean, de por sí Johnny Boy hates Guinness.
Fuck goodness.
Um, I mean, Guinness, if you're listening, let's at least have a
I
tasting,
like
a
it.
sponsored tasting. I like Guinness. Um, pero yeah, like I hear like with my dad all the time, like I'll get a beer, we go out somewhere, whatever, and like he just looks at it because it looks darker. He's like, ay, yo no sé
Me
cómo te
empedar.
puedes tomar eso, like, ajá, te vas a empedar or whatever. Um, pero yeah, so that's the misconception because the color just doesn't really matter. It's just the darker beer. It has the malts, the like some of them have piloncillo. How do you call piloncillo in English? Do you know? What do they call it? Is it molasses?
Don't they use that
Así.
for este café de olla, dude?
Sí,
Yeah,
también
piloncillo, yeah.
en piloncillo. Pero it has those type of like ingredients that make it darker. That doesn't mean that the content of alcohol is always higher.
Okay.
Um,
Damn.
so
It just
keep an
happens
eye
to
out. Be like Johnny Boy.
be
Siempre pregunta cuál es the
darker.
alcohol percentage.
Hell yeah, dude.
Sí, yeah.
Be prepared, dude. What are you gonna say, Miguel?
No, I was just saying, like, I think it's just because usually darker beers, like the IPAs and all these other ones, they tend to have higher alcohol percentage, but that's because that's how they were designed, right? They were designed to have higher ones.
Mhm.
I have not checked, so do not fact check me. But ya ves que está como la modelo y la modelo negra. People will tell you que la modelo negra is stronger than modelo. I don't know if that's true. It could be just
Alcohol wise, yeah, no?
that's what I'm saying.
No sé.
I
Or is
don't
it
remember the alcohol
concentrated?
percentage.
Yeah, I don't know. My bad. I don't know.
I don't know, dude. Like,
Oh, is it concentrated or dumb? No.
Damn.
I think
Um,
Little Negra it'd be feeling like it hits harder.
Who?
Modelo Negra.
Ah, okay. Making sure.
so to discredit any misconception, so Modelo Negra has a 5.4 percentage of alcohol,
Fuck yeah, dude.
ABV, alcohol by volume. That's 5.4 on Modelo Negra, and then Modelo Especial is a 4.4 alcohol by volume,
So
ABV.
it
All
is
right.
So in this
stronger,
case,
not
it
by a
is
lot.
not by a lot.
Yeah, but it is stronger.
Wow, pues.
But real quick, nomás porque vi los
Say it, dude.
details.
Say
If
it.
you're interested, Modelo Negra has 1.5 grams of protein.
Ooh,
Ooh.
So
Because Tank's about to
if
go
you're
to
trying
the
to bulk
gym.
up,
You see it.
you
Fuck
know,
yeah, dude.
you need 20 of them to just hit 20 grams, no?
Dude.
challenge
Sacrifice.
accepted, no?
You see. Sacrifice gonna have to make, dude.
Vamos, pues ya, we're about to reach that 1 hour mark, so I'm gonna just spit one more out, and yeah, everybody gets a
Va.
turn. So,
Oh.
this was a little crazy to me that I found it, but it's there. So, misconception is if a person has a mental health condition, it means that the person has low intelligence. That's fucking crazy that people would even think that. One.
Yeah, no.
That's crazy. Facts. Mental illness, like physical illness, can affect anyone regardless of intelligence, social class, or income level. I believe in that, right? Like, we don't know what you guys, or we don't know what everybody's going through, right? They always say don't judge a book by its cover type thing. So a person could be smiling, but deep inside they're really depressed. Like, we don't know that. That doesn't mean they're weak though, but it's just crazy that it's up there. And this is up and I quote, dude, unicef.org.
Oh, and you quote, dude.
And I quoted, dude. So crazy that people actually do believe this shit. I maybe I don't know if it has to do a little bit with well, no, it has a lot to do with just past generations, right? You guys would agree that us as men, we weren't able to cry because we look weak and blah 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 and this and that. So I don't know if that's just where it comes from, but nonetheless, it's kind of like nonsense. I feel in a way. I just don't think
Mm.
it stands. What do you guys think about
Yeah,
that?
I think it comes with the whole, like you said, like generationally. Like I think it's more. I don't know if it's acceptable is the right word, but I guess it's being more talked. It's being talked about more about mental health than
Right.
before. So whenever there was a conversation about mental health, it was looked under like a very negative light or misconceptions about what that person was capable of because of that.
Mhm.
So I think we have been moving in a direction where it's more acceptable to have those conversations, to bring up those topics, to get help, to seek help, ask for help, no matter gender, no matter how you identify yourself as. I think it's a little bit more acceptable. At least that's what I want to think. Now, given our government, that might not be the case, but
For real.
that's where I stand.
Okay. Anyone else? Any thoughts on that, or you want to keep it going, Tank?
Well, I
Keep
mean,
going,
I'll
dude.
keep it going. Yeah.
I guess, dude.
Hank was getting ready, dude. He was picking his misconception.
I saw
You
that,
see,
dude.
dude.
That shit was clicking
Yeah.
up and down, dude.
I gotta do this one, dude,
A ver.
because this is, I mean, a huge community. People that believe that vaccines cause autism, dude.
I have heard of
Um,
that.
Yep.
so it's the vaccines
Let me
do
hear
not
it.
cause autism. So I guess the reason why it started was because a study in 1998 suggested that there was a link between vaccinations and autism. But however, that study was reviewed further and retracted, and apparently the authors they got their medical licenses revoked for falsified information, and ever since then there's been like numerous studies that have debunked the connection between autism and the apparently it's the MMR vaccine in specific, which is the measles, mumps, and rubella.
Hmm.
Um, and it said in April 2015, JAMA published the largest study to date, analyzing the health records of over 95,000 children. About 2,000 of those children were classified at risk autism because they had a sibling already diagnosed with autism. The study confirmed that the MMR vaccine did not increase the risk, however, of autism. And I think that's a huge community too, that anti-vaxxers and all that. And
Be careful. Be careful.
if I'm not
SJ.
mistaken, there's a it was like a measles outbreak lately, no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
See?
in
So I
Texas.
feel like that's a very dangerous situation to be in. Not having your kids vaccinated up to par to standard, porque pues it stuck out on dude. That's all I'm
I
gonna
agree.
say.
Yeah, no, I've heard about this tank, and like, yeah, a lot of the times is it's been passed down, but again, we go to that generational thing, right? Where in when this study was made in 1998, there wasn't a lot of talk about autism. There wasn't a lot of
Right.
research done on, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, before even called autism, it was Asperger.
Yeah.
Um, and so I think, with obviously science and progress and all that in research, there's been more information about what autism is, and how it got how it can be a um, not a generational thing. What would they call that? When it gets passed down within your family
And
lineage,
fuck,
it's not generational. It's
Hereditary.
hereditary.
yeah. Um, so but yeah, I definitely heard people not wanting to do vaccines on kids, and I get it, but unfortunately, like, I just I won't say who, because I like, we kind of had that person in our in the podcast, like, as a guest and such. But um there's been two cases that I now know of, small kids kind of being hospitalized, and I think we brought this conversation up at some point, for not having, like, because they got a virus, and they did not have the flu vaccination.
Mm.
Yeah.
And we're talking about kids from the age of, like, 2 to uh 1, 2, 3 years old, because they didn't get the flu vaccine. Um, they that whatever virus they caught, they weren't able to fight it, and it took them, a couple weeks to be in the hospital to fight out of that. Where if they were if they had been vaccinated or whatnot, that wouldn't have been the case.
Yeah,
Right.
and I think
Um,
that there was a important thing that you mentioned, that how it's it's now receiving the attention that it needs, like as far as
mhm,
autism. Porque like I know the correlation that a lot of people make is that the reason why they say that vaccines cause autism is porque like how many cases of autism hay ahora en día,
mhm.
like with kids and all that. But I think it's hard to make that como se llama, argument, porque como dices, like prior to recently, it wasn't really like like viewed, or it wasn't even talked about. So to say that que like, oh, ahora están saliendo un montón de casos, when in reality siempre ha estado, it's just it was never diagnosed, it was never called anything to be specific.
Right.
So I think yeah, dude.
Okay. I can see that.
'Cause I was gonna say, I'm like, ahorita nowadays there's more tests, there's more things. It's like almost like before, like so they used to say that I was very hyperactive, very everything, and I've been diagnosed by everyone except the doctor that I have high ADHD. Um, and I say that because I have not gone to doctors. Just there's everybody has told
You
me
haven't
that,
intentionally been to the doctor to get assessed.
because I mean at this point, like, give me point that, like, like it's I don't know if they could give me pills.
Recetaron unas pastillitas bien chidas, dude.
¿Cómo me van a dar what is that?
Supositorio, ¿no?
Oh,
Oh shit.
Es que dijo Romero, no sé.
what kind of doctor is that? Dude, what kind of
Romero's
doctors do you
consultant.
go to, dude?
Nada, puro pinche old school shock therapy, no, dude.
No mames. Bueno, ajá.
Oh shit! Pero I don't know. So my last one, to get a little bit away from medicine, for at least for now, because I don't know what Rome's last one is. Have you guys ever been late night watching those infomercials? And, you hear like, "Oh, this is military grade metal, military grade this," and you're like, "Damn, that's fucking cool." Because if it's military grade, it means that it's like the best. But actually, that's not the case. Military
Allegedly.
grade does not mean, yeah. So military grade does not mean that it's actually the best or anything. It just means that it is basic enough to get the job done. So they just kind of say that so that because again, it's another marketing scheme. And we have two people here that work in marketing that will probably were behind. They were behind the ones. They were the ones that kind of came up with this term, no? Pero
I
so
have
yeah.
that on my resume, dude. Military grade worker, dude.
so, so yeah, so they're saying that a lot of times military grade products are actually subpar to other products that do not say that they're military grade. Just
Yeah.
because military grade, again, they're basic, so that means they lack either the technology, they lack more flexibility. So it's more basic concept. It's just we think of it as military is like, oh,
Top of
it's
the
the
line.
yeah, type of
Yeah,
line. We
Right.
think of
cutting
our
edge.
army, like everything. So it's like, oh, kind of like proud to be American kind of a thing. So yeah, that's actually bullshit, dude.
Fucking bullshit, dude.
Damn.
Damn,
So
dude.
if you have military grade glasses, dude, ahorita rompelos, dude. No sirven.
Dude, I had
Y el Romero, ¿no?
los guantecitos que me llevé, dude, el sábado eran military grade. Now I understand why they burned,
Ah,
dude.
¿ves?
Were they really? Romero?
No, no.
Oh shit, imagine.
They might have been. They might have been.
They might be, dude.
Might be, dude.
A ver,
Va,
Romerito, tu
pues.
Ah,
último.
What else you got?
let's see what I got here. Um, I guess not really, medicine wise, pero we've always heard ponte
Sana Sana,
suéter,
¿no?
tápate
Oh, perdón.
bien, porque está frío afuera y te vas a enfermar,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
Like we've always heard that you can catch a cold from being out in the cold weather. Well, sorry to say, Johnny Boy, pero te mintió tu mamá.
¿Otra vez?
Sí, otra vez, dude.
That's
Um,
fucked up, dude.
so, um, catching a cold from cold weather is not a thing. Like the reason people get sick is through viruses, Now, being out in the cold can weaken your immune system, and you're more prone to the viruses that you know are not as harmful if your body was at 100%. So
Yep.
it is a misconception. You cannot get cold. You cannot be sick because of the weather, but it does weaken your immune system. So now, therefore, you're more prone to getting sick because of the viruses that might be around.
So do you get sick or you don't? You do not.
So your immune system goes down. So you're prone to getting sick by viruses, but you don't get sick of the cold.
I see.
Hmm.
I don't know, dude. Like I've
The
heard that
fuck?
one before, but
But I
I
got
mean,
sick, no. But I got
no.
but I got sick on Friday, no.
Technically, ya estaba enfermo, güey. I don't know how or when I got sick. Um, pero like I know that like and I've mentioned this before. Like si me duermo sin calcetines, and it's like con poquito aire que me está pegando like on my feet. Like the next day, like I wake up with like the tonsils y todo, like and like I ended up getting sick eventually.
So you sleep
So
with
you
socks
have to
on?
sleep with socks on.
I have to sleep with socks on. Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. I
It's
cannot sleep with socks
because
on.
you have the bacteria. Cuando quitas los calcetines, te pega el aire. Your immune system's like, ya se puso frío, güey, ya. Hay que dejar de trabajar. You get sick, dude.
Even like when I take a shower, like I let them out.
¿Te
Like
bañas con
in
calcetines?
no way.
Hey, imagine you
So
see 10 socks in the back just drying.
I take off my socks. And like before I put the new pair, like eso sí, like I'll let them like my feet air dry for a bit. But yeah,
Mhm.
it's like I have
Goddamn.
to put them on because you know, like sure enough, like I start feeling like las anginas.
You're fucking demures, dude.
Yeah, dude.
For sure. No, I sleep without. I can't sleep with socks, dude. Like
Yeah.
I have to sleep without socks, and I have to sleep with my fan on, 100%. So you'll
Oh, no,
have
your
the
fan, no.
fucking air like blasting at my feet. Otherwise, I can't sleep.
Damn, dude.
Mm.
Nah,
I
I
know,
don't
dude.
do
Like
those.
I do sleep without socks on, unless it's super cold. If you know it's cold when I have
Always.
socks on.
I always
Yeah,
sleep without
I'm
socks,
with
dude.
you on that. Like
Dude,
it's
even
like
in the
maybe
summer,
once or twice every winter.
Yeah.
I was gonna
So
say even in the summer, like porque con el pinche aire acondicionado, like that's enough to like wake up. It's like yeah, like
No, dude, I
feeling
can't.
sick.
That's crazy. I don't think I slept with socks. I don't know, dude. I can't think of the last time I slept with socks. I do this every fucking day. It's a routine. Even when I take a
uh,
nap, when I know I'm
I
gonna want a
as a
nap, like
kid,
I'll take that shit off.
I had to
Swear to
sleep
God.
with socks on
With
until
who?
like with socks on.
Okay, making sure, dude.
Um, I think maybe until like I was like 9 or 10. But like I remember as a kid, like I had to have socks on. But after that, like yeah, I can't like socks off.
Dude, it's crazy because that misconception that you guys are talking about, like, oh, make sure to wear a sweater. Like, I say that to the girls now, like, hey,
Mhm.
wear a sweater, blah blah blah.
Because we grew up with that.
We grew up with it,
Yeah.
exactly. So it's just a cultural thing. I guess we grew up with it, so I try to pass it down to them. But like for example, recently, it's really for me, it's a change of weather, right? Change of weather. The girls go to school. There's a lot of people, a lot of kids that are sick. Maybe they don't wash their hands
Mhm.
or whatever. But one of them gets home and starts coughing. The other one kind of catches it, and it's just a train thing from there. But then I see them, and it's like, okay, you're sick, you're coughing. Put some socks on. Like, why are your feet touching the cold floor? Right? That's just a thing that I grew up with. Is it true? Maybe not. But again, like you said, it's just something that I grew up with, and I still follow it, whether it's true or not, right? Pero here I
Mhm.
am, dude.
O luego dicen, cuando like you're looking for a jacket or something, it's like, mira, esa chamarra está calientita. La chamarra no está calientita. It's just helping your body preserve its heat
Right.
because the
100%.
jacket's not gonna warm you up. It's just gonna keep the heat that your body already has.
That's
But
true,
that's
dude.
getting too technical.
Yeah, dude. My
But
mom
that's
lied to
the
me
thing,
too
like
on that, dude. I gotta complain, dude. As soon as we're done with this, dude,
¿le vas a hablar de?
she's getting the call, dude.
¿Y qué les vas a decir? No,
Uh,
vas a decir, mira, hay muchos conceptos erróneos con los que crecí.
quiero saber cuál es verdad, ¿no? Pues todos, ¿no?
Dude,
Todos.
y make sure to tell her about la lucecita, dude, del carro, que te decían que it was
The
illegal to
cops.
drive
Dude,
with the
I
light on,
actually
dude.
asked the cop. I asked the cop. We went out to eat a couple years ago, like COVID
Ya
wise.
atrás, ¿no? En la patrulla.
Oh yeah,
Pues
see.
acá en el cop, ¿no?
I have a question for you, sir. No, no way. We went out to eat. Me and my girl, we went out to eat with a couple people, and there was a person that was just dating at the time, and one of the persons that she was kind of look or seeing at that time, it was like their first or second date. I don't even know, but it was a cop from a city nearby,
Mm.
and we asked them straight up, asked them like, "Hey, is it true?" Blah blah blah. And she's like, "No, that's not a thing." I was like, "Fuck, my mom again, dude. She fucking lied, dude. She be lying, dude. Like all of a sudden, like."
Yeah. All
Oh,
of a
oh,
sudden, dude.
o no, sí, güey. O no, no salgas después de comer, dude, porque se te choca la boca, dude. You always saw me like, you
I
always saw me
remember.
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
cover my balls, dude. My mom was big on that shit. It was like, come on now, like,
And then all of a sudden, it's like, okay, pues si vas a salir, like, at least I remember my grandma telling me, like, chupa tantita sal.
I heard about that shit too, dude. I heard
Oh
about
I
that.
shit.
was like,
That's
okay,
weird,
my
right?
feet are gonna swell as an adult, but here I go,
Yeah,
like.
that's crazy because we believed it, and we obviously coming from our mom, in this case from his grandma, like you believe all this shit. Or another thing would be, is it a misconception? I think it is a misconception where it's like if you ate, you can't go swimming type thing.
Dude,
We
and
talked about that, dude.
I saw
We
that
did.
one popped up and said that that's a misconception, dude.
You see, shit like that, dude. That's crazy, dude. My mom would say, "Don't be so too much long. Like, don't spend too much time in the tub, dude, because I'll turn into a fish, dude." You got me fucking jumping out of that shit right away, dude. It was like, you know what I mean? It's like hot dog that bitch, dude. As soon as she's
God
got that, it's like,
damn.
God damn, dude.
Hey, Johnny Boy se creía mermaid, ¿no?
Sí, güey.
Mm.
Esperando a ver cuándo te crecía la tail, ¿no? Para empezar a.
All right, boys, pues ya.
Pórtate bien si no sale cucuy, ¿eh?
Sí, dude. Osana está en la colita de rana, dude. Come on, is that a thing? Did she lie to me about that too? Be honest. Come on. Pero bueno, come on. An hour mark. Romero has to work kind of hard on this. Tank also. Thankfully, this week I'm off. It's Tuesday. Do you want to hit me with the prompt? or-
You don't hit me with things so I could go home and knock out. No?
Come on. Rate, review, subscribe. All links can be found at todostomanpodcast.com. It's
Perro.
casi, dude. Casi, dude. Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, dude. At Todos Toman Pod. I don't know why I'm the only one saying this for a full fucking 2 years.
That's
Like
your,
you guys
that's,
could
that's
fucking.
you, dude. That's all you.
It's always me, dude. I don't understand. Like
That's
the
all.
Te
fucking
enojabas porque
wheel,
no te
the
dejábamos
stupid
hacerlo,
wheel.
¿no?
It was one of those things. Like it was always me in the wheel. Like Romero already got the hang of it, and he was like, "Oh, let me wait till Miguel like pops up, boom," and then it was like, "Oh, Johnny Boy's like, okay, here I am."
Puro,
Anyway,
puro
Are you saying
conspiracy
you
theories,
wanna
¿no?
you want a question, dude, from the new deck, dude? Is that what you're
Got
saying?
you, dude. I got you. Yeah, go for it, dude.
Para acabar el episodio bien, ¿no? Una pregunta,
Okay.
like una ask Johnny Boy question.
So just for
Um,
me, a
yeah,
question
just
just
for
for,
you.
Sí,
like
sí,
nobody's
sí,
gonna
sí,
get a
Just
porque
for
question.
you. No,
no,
just for
no,
you. Only you.
That's fucked
'Cause
up, but
we're already
okay.
at the hour mark, so
We are. That's
just
that's
for you.
facts. Okay, that's fine. Go for it.
these were conversation starters, ya me acordé.
Dale.
Okay. So,
¿De qué tamaño es el pilín, no?
year in review. Most likely to fall asleep in the New Year's party. Did we ask that already?
No, but
Sounds
out of us,
familiar.
us four, probably Tank. Ay, no puedo.
Me?
Vaya. Out of us four, dude, you. I'm just saying, dude.
I feel like I'm
Primero
the
que
one
se
that goes
duerme.
to sleep the latest.
Out of us four?
Yeah. I usually go to sleep like at 1:30 in the morning.
So what's the question?
Who's gonna fall asleep the
Um,
fastest? Pretty much.
The question is most likely to fall asleep in their New Year's party hats because this
Oh
was a
wait,
New Year's
what?
version.
In their New Year's party hat. So
Romero.
depende. Si está
No,
pedo,
Romero. Straight up.
Romero.
Romero.
Si está pedo,
Exactly.
Romero.
Have facts on that, dude. Sorry, Romero.
Now, si vamos a estar así en juicio and everything, maybe Tank. Just because
Probably
Tank
Tank.
always needs that nap.
That's true, dude.
That's the thing. The nap already happened, dude.
Ooh. Ooh, that's kind of true.
Because he takes a nap, that means that he can.
If
Keep
I'm
you
already in
awake
my
longer.
party hat,
That's
naps,
true, dude.
naps done with already.
That's fair, dude. That's fair. That's a fair answer.
Y luego, como Miguel tiene the weak immune system, a lo mejor se ve más rápido, ¿no?
Damn.
Weak immune system, but sometimes I can't sleep when I'm sick, dude. Sometimes all I
Damn.
do is sleep. Depends.
Yeah, dude. Okay. Good question. Pues.
Como the answer is Johnny Boy, but nobody's not even know.
What?
I mean,
No,
we
I'm
just
just
did a
saying, like,
process of
I'm just saying,
elimination.
like, ya los tres nos nombramos, but I was like, nobody mentioned Johnny Boy. What if it was him,
No,
dude?
there's no need. There's no need, dude. There's
Well,
no need.
I know, dude. I know. Are we in California time or Chicago time, dude?
Oh,
Okay, that's kind of fair. California time.
Well,
Romero
regardless, like,
still,
yeah,
Romero still, yeah. Regardless, Romero's still on both time zones, dude. So that doesn't matter. Between me and Tank and Miguel, I still think, no? Tank.
I still think.
Tank's the
I
one
still
who falls asleep
think.
second, and then
if
probably
it's
out of me and
California
Miguel,
time, yeah, dude.
out of me and Miguel,
I think it might be me, dude.
probably me, dude. Yeah,
If
okay,
I'm
I'll
not
give you that.
if I'm not playing on my phone or something, then
Probably
it'll
me.
be me.
Okay, but for sure, Romero number one, right? Everybody agrees, yeah.
yo no sé, dude. See, if we're in California, not California time, like if we're in California, Johnny Boy has left me outside drinking with peoples while he goes and take a nap.
All of a sudden, like
Damn.
all of a sudden, we're throwing fucking dirt at each other, no?
Ya vámonos, hasta la otra semana.
That's fucked
I
up.
was
Dude.
amigos, no?
I should have chosen better ones, dude. Apparently,
Misconceptions.
it's fucked up.
Salud. Ay, me la acabo.
Cheers. You know.
Okay, a little bit of water.